Hey AI lovers, welcome back to AI Daily. Guys, it looks like AI is on steroids this month. We've got OpenAI dropping ChatGPT apps that could change everything. Google's Veo 3.1 making Hollywood jealous. NVIDIA launching a $4,000 AI supercomputer the size of a Mac Mini. A tiny 15B model that's beating giants 10 times its size. Google Opel going global with no-code AI app building AI agents that fix security bugs automatically. Video models that can mix Mr. Bean with Tom and Jerry. Academic papers turning into full presentation videos with your face, NVIDIA's physics-aware image editor that thinks in time, Alibaba's trillion-parameter monster that's free and open source, Grok's completely free video generation with audio, and Samsung's 7 million parameter model that's outsmarting 671 billion parameter giant. The AI community is going absolutely wild over these releases. Developers are calling this the most important month in AI history, creators are saying everything just changed, and researchers are debating whether we're seeing the real start of AGI. Trust me, you do not want to miss any of this. So smash that like button and let's dive into the biggest AI news of the year. Alright, starting with the huge news from OpenAI Dev Day 2025. They just dropped not one, not two, but 5 major announcements that are going to change how we use AI for. People are calling this the iPhone moment for AI apps. First up, ChatGPT apps. You can now use apps like Spotify, Canva, Zillow, and Expedia directly inside ChatGPT. Imagine asking ChatGPT to create a playlist and it actually opens Spotify to do it. Or upload a document and have Canva turn it into a presentation. All without leaving the chat. It's completely free and available right now for all logged-in users outside the EU. Sorry Europe, you'll get it soon, but no specific date yet. The app's SDK is also live for developers at zero cost. OpenAI is betting big on this ecosystem approach, with no revenue sharing fees announced for developers yet. This makes it incredibly attractive compared to Apple's App Store, which takes 30%, or Google Play's similar cut. This runs entirely in the cloud using OpenAI's infrastructure, so you need absolutely zero VRAM on your end, just a web browser and internet connection. This cloud-first approach means even users with basic laptops or smartphones can access the full power of integrated AI apps. Developers are going crazy. With 800 million weekly ChatGPT users, this could be the new mobile app gold rush. Early developers who get in now could make serious bank. On GitHub, there are already 50+ community-built integrations in the first week, and startup founders are pivoting entire companies to build ChatGPT native apps. Let me paint you a picture of how revolutionary this actually is. For travel planning, you can literally say, ChatGPT, find me hotels in Tokyo under $200 with good reviews near Shibuya Station. And instead of getting generic advice, Expedia automatically opens within the chat interface, applies all your filters, shows real availability with current pricing, and you can book directly without ever leaving the conversation. Next, AgentKit, OpenAI's drag-and-drop agent builder. This includes Agent Builder for visual workflows, ChatKit for embedding chat UIs, and a connector registry for enterprises. For people who has been using N8N and Comfy UI, it's kind of similar. Generally available today for all developers through the OpenAI platform. The Visual Agent Builder is currently in beta with waitlist access. Here's the pricing breakdown that's got everyone talking. AgentKit is included with standard API pricing with no additional platform fees. Compare this to enterprise automation tools. Zapier Business costs $49 per month per user, Microsoft Power Automate is $40 per user monthly, and custom enterprise solutions often run $50,000 for setup alone. OpenAI is essentially giving away enterprise-grade automation tools to drive API usage. It's entirely cloud-based through OpenAI's API infrastructure. This means you can build and deploy complex AI agents from a Chromebook if you wanted to. The serverless architecture handles all the computational heavy lifting. Early customers like Ramp, Notion, and several Fortune 500 companies under NDA built buy agents in just hours instead of months, with 70% faster iteration cycles compared to traditional development. Ramp specifically reported that their expense categorization agent achieved 94% accuracy versus 67% from their previous rule-based system, while processing invoices 10x faster. Agents can literally change how we do things. Research automation is where this gets really powerful. You can create workflows that gather data from multiple academic databases, financial APIs, and news sources, then analyze everything through different AI models for various perspectives, cross-reference findings for accuracy, generate comprehensive reports with citations, and automatically update shared documents or databases. Graduate students and researchers are already using this to compress weeks of literature review into hours of structured analysis. For sales automation, the agents can qualify leads by analyzing LinkedIn profiles, company websites, and recent news, then score prospects based on custom criteria, schedule meetings by accessing calendar APIs, send personalized follow-up sequences, and update CRM databases with detailed interaction notes. Sales teams report 40% increases in qualified meeting bookings with these automated workflows. If you want to dive deeper into ChatGPT apps and Agent Kit, I've added the full documentation links in the description. Go check them out. Google just dropped VO 3.1 and upgraded Flow, and honestly, this might make traditional video editing obsolete. The film and content creation communities are absolutely divided. Some are calling it the death of entry-level video jobs, while others see it as the ultimate creative multiplier. Available right now through multiple channels: Google AI Studio, Vertex AI, the Gemini app, and the upgraded Flow interface. Google One AI Premium subscribers at $20 a month get limited access to VO 3.1 fast, with 50 generations per month, while Ultra Plan users $249 a month get full access to both fast and standard models with 500 plus generations monthly. Enterprise customers can access through Vertex AI with custom quotas. Since it's entirely cloud-based, you don't have to worry about VRAM dollars month. But here's the interesting technical detail. If this were open source, engineers estimate you'd need several RTX 5090s or 80GB plus VRAM to run locally, based on the model complexity and output quality. Google is likely using custom TPU V5 chips with massive parallel processing to achieve these results in their data centers. This is where things get expensive, and the pricing structure tells a story about Google's strategy. VO 3.1 fast runs approximately 15 cents per second of generated video, meaning a typical 30-second social media video costs around $4.50. VO 3.1 standard with higher quality and better prompt adherence costs about 40 cents per second, putting that same 30-second video at $12. For content creators, this adds up quickly. A 10-minute YouTube video would cost $180, $360 to generate, not including multiple iterations and editing. Google's pricing is actually competitive at the low end, but becomes expensive for professional use. However, the Google AI Ultra plan at $259 includes substantial VO access plus Gemini Advanced, workspace integration, and 2TB storage, making it potentially cost-effective for heavy users. The new audio integration feature is getting massive praise for synchronized dialogue and environmental sound generation. Independent benchmarking shows VO 3.1 demonstrates significant improvements: 40% better prompt adherence compared to VO 2, 35% improvement in audio-visual quality metrics, and 60% better temporal consistency across longer sequences. Is it worth spending on VO 3.1? Tell me in the comments below. The ingredients to video feature represents a massive leap forward in creative control. You can upload reference images of specific characters, objects, locations, and style preferences. Then Flow creates cohesive scenes combining all elements with consistent lighting, shadows, and physics. Frame-to-video generation is revolutionizing storytelling workflows. Provide detailed start and end frames showing character positions and scene elements, and VO creates seamless transition videos perfect for narrative content. Independent filmmakers are using this to create establishing shots, character reveals, and scene transitions that would normally require expensive equipment and locations. The AI handles camera movements, depth of field changes, and character animation while maintaining visual consistency. Object insertion capabilities now include realistic integration with proper physics simulation. Add creatures, vehicles, or fantastical elements to existing scenes, and they cast appropriate shadows, reflect environmental lighting, and interact believably with the existing scene elements. The system now understands spatial relationships and can generate objects that appear to actually exist within the 3D space of your scene. The new editing controls include precise timing control. Specify exactly when events occur in your video. Style transfer. Apply the aesthetic of reference images to your entire video. And iterative refinement. Make specific adjustments without regenerating the entire sequence. For complete VO 3.1 pricing breakdowns, access guides, and technical specifications, check the links in my description. Next, NVIDIA just launched something that's genuinely insane. The DGX Spark, a desktop AI supercomputer smaller than a Mac Mini, but with 1 petaflop of AI performance. The hardware community is calling this the democratization moment for serious AI development. On sale right now for $3,999 through NVIDIA.com and authorized partners including Acer, Asus, Dell, HP, and Lenovo, starting October 15, 2025. Initial shipping is happening in waves. NVIDIA is prioritizing educational institutions and verified AI researchers for early access, but consumer orders are being fulfilled as production ramps up. The specs are absolutely mind-blowing for the form factor. The 128GB unified memory architecture means CPU and GPU share the same memory pool, eliminating traditional bottlenecks between processors. The 20-core ARM CPU is based on NVIDIA's Grace architecture, specifically designed for AI workloads with optimized instruction sets for tensor operations. The Blackwell GPU includes 4th-generation RT cores for ray tracing and 5th-generation tensor cores for AI inference and training. Storage includes 4 terabytes of PCIe Gen 5 NVMe in a RAID configuration for maximum throughput when loading large datasets. Connectivity features 10 gigabit Ethernet, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, multiple USB 4, Thunderbolt 4 ports, and dual 8K DisplayPort outputs. That simply means 1 petaflop AI performance translates to 1,000 trillion floating point operations per second, specifically optimized for AI workloads. In practical terms, this system can run 200 B parameter models with reasonable inference speeds, fine-tune 70 B parameter models locally without cloud resources, and handle multiple concurrent AI agents for complex multi-agent systems development. Real-world benchmarks show 70B model inference at 15 to 20 tokens per second, fine-tuning speeds 3x faster than cloud instances, and simultaneous multimodal processing text, image, audio, video without performance degradation. The unified memory architecture eliminates the traditional VRAM limitations that plague consumer GPU setups. AI researchers are calling this the machine that brings data center capabilities to individual developers. Early recipients include major tech companies, Google, Meta, Microsoft, and notably, Elon Musk received the very first unit delivered personally to SpaceX. Independent developers, university labs, and AI startups are placing bulk orders, suggesting this could reshape how AI research is conducted outside major corporations. Compare this to NVIDIA's previous offerings. The original DGX1 launched at $150,000 plus in 2016 and required data center infrastructure. The DGX Station A100 cost $50,000 plus and still needed special power requirements. The DGX Spark represents a 90% plus cost reduction while actually improving on key specifications like memory capacity and energy efficiency. This is literally data center performance that fits on your desk and plugs into standard wall power. Links to full DGX Spark specifications, ordering information, and setup guides are in the description. This next announcement is absolutely mind-blowing. American software company called ServiceNow has launched April 1.515B Thinker, which has only 15 billion parameters, but it's consistently beating models 10 times its size on the most challenging benchmarks. The open source community is having heated debates about whether this represents a fundamental breakthrough in training efficiency. It's 100% free and completely open source on Hugging Face with immediate download access. Released under the MIT license, which means you can use it commercially, modify the code, integrate it into products, and even resell applications built on it without any licensing fees or restrictions. ServiceNow AI is betting that widespread adoption will drive demand for their enterprise AI services. Here's what makes this revolutionary download and run locally with no usage restrictions. DeepSeek R1 with comparable performance requires expensive API calls with no local deployment option. GPT-5 Pro costs a staggering $120 per million output tokens, 12x more expensive than GPT-4. Claude Sonnet requires premium subscription tiers for serious usage. This is where April 1.5 shines. It fits comfortably on a single consumer GPU with 12 to 16 gigabyte VRAM requirements for optimal performance. The model also supports CPU offloading for systems with less VRAM, though inference speeds decrease significantly. These numbers are genuinely shocking and have been independently verified by multiple research groups. On the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, April 1.5 scores 52 points, directly matching DeepSeek R1's performance despite being over 40x smaller. AIME 2025 mathematics competition shows 87.5% accuracy on problems that typically stump graduate students. GPQA Diamond Science achieves 71.3% correct answers on PhD-level scientific questions across physics, chemistry, and biology. Live Code Bench coding evaluation demonstrates 72.8% pass rate on real-world programming challenges, outperforming many models 5 to 10x its size. Enterprise applications measured by the Yeoju Telecom benchmark show 68% accuracy on complex business logic and reasoning tasks. Perhaps most impressively, chain of thought reasoning benchmarks show performance comparable to GPT-4 on multi-step logical problems. The local Elama subreddit is going absolutely crazy with threads like "Don't sleep on April," getting thousands of upvotes. Developers are reporting that it's the most intelligent model under 40B parameters, according to independent community benchmarking projects. Enterprise users are quietly testing it for production workloads, and several startups have already pivoted their entire AI stack to build on April 1.5. Multimodal reasoning allows the model to analyze complex images and provide detailed technical explanations. Upload a circuit diagram, medical imaging scan, or architectural blueprint, and April 1.5 can identify components, explain functionality, suggest improvements, and answer specific technical questions with accuracy that surprises domain experts. For further information, links are in the description. Google just announced a massive expansion of Opal, their no-code AI app builder, and the response has been incredible. Developers who can't code are building sophisticated AI applications that rival traditional software development. Starting today, Opel is rolling out to 15 additional countries: Canada, India, Japan, South Korea, and these countries. This represents Google's confidence that Opel is ready for global scale after successful testing in the US market. It's completely free during the current expansion phase with no usage limits or premium tiers announced yet. You can access Opel with just a Google account. Given Google's typical strategy, expect a freemium model eventually, but early adopters are getting unlimited access to establish the ecosystem. The initial US release exceeded all expectations. Google anticipated simple, fun tools, but instead received sophisticated, practical, and highly creative applications that surprised even Google's internal teams. The builder community has grown to over 50,000 active creators, with a thriving Discord channel where users share templates, troubleshoot complex workflows, and collaborate on advanced projects. Google has rolled out advanced debugging for workflows that fundamentally improves the development experience while keeping it entirely no-code. You can now run workflows step by step in the visual editor, iterate on specific steps through the console panel, and view real-time error messages localized to the exact failure point. This eliminates the frustration of black box debugging that plagues many no-code platforms. Let's see, its possibilities. Marketing automation tools built on Opal include content generation systems that analyze trending topics, generate social media posts, optimized for different platforms, schedule publications across multiple accounts, track engagement metrics, and automatically adjust posting strategies based on performance data. Marketing agencies are building client-specific tools in hours rather than hiring developers for months-long projects. Creative applications showcase Opal's versatility. Users have built personal AI assistants that manage calendars, generate creative writing prompts, analyze personal documents for insights, and even create custom meditation guides based on individual stress patterns and preferences. If you want to explore Opal and join the builder community, check the links in my description. Academics, researchers, and educators, this one's specifically for you. Apito Video can automatically transform research papers into complete presentation videos featuring your face and voice, and the results are genuinely impressive. Completely free and open source on GitHub with immediate access to the complete Paper Talker framework. The research team has provided comprehensive documentation, example implementations, and pre-trained models. Unlike commercial alternatives, there are no usage restrictions, API costs, or premium features locked behind paywalls. Independent academic studies show paper-to-video presentations outperformed human-made videos by 10% in information transfer accuracy when tested with student audiences. The paper-to-video benchmark dataset includes 101 research papers across multiple disciplines with comprehensive evaluation metrics for content accuracy, engagement levels, and comprehension rates. The academic Twitter community is divided between excitement and concern. Supporters say you can plug your paper through this AI and go relax on a beach while it makes your presentation. Critics worry about authenticity and the potential for reducing human connection in academic communication. University administrators are exploring policies around AI-generated conference presentation. The system handles the complete pipeline from text to video. Document analysis extracts key concepts, identifies logical flow, and segments content into presentation-appropriate sections. Slide generation creates visually appealing layouts with appropriate charts, diagrams, and bullet points. Script creation transforms academic language into presentation-friendly narration while maintaining technical accuracy. Avatar and voice synthesis requires uploading reference photos and voice samples and other things. The system then generates a realistic talking head that maintains eye contact, appropriate facial expressions, and natural gestures. Synchronization systems ensure perfect alignment between narration, slide transitions, cursor movements, and visual emphasis, just like these examples.
Hi, resolution image synthesis with linear diffusion transformers. I am NSci, presenting joint work with colleagues from NVIDIA. ICR 2025 is the venue for this research.
University professors can upload their latest research paper along with personal reference materials and receive a complete 15-20-minute conference talk ready for submission.
Model, long context nature of video generation without tailored benchmarks. Our key questions are what defines a good academic presentation video and how to generate one automatically from a research paper.
This presentation introduces the forward algorithm and summarizes key investigations. The work is by Geoffrey Hinton, Google Brain, Presented September 18, 2025, we provide an overview of FF motivation, related work methodology, experiments, analysis, and prospects.
The AI handles everything from slide design to speaker notes, timing optimization, and Q&A preparation materials. Course content creation allows educators to convert research papers into engaging lecture videos for online or hybrid learning. Students report higher engagement with AI-generated academic content compared to traditional lecture recordings, particularly appreciating the consistent pacing and clear visual organization. But here's the reality check. You need significant computational resources with 48GB plus VRAM minimum for optimal performance. This typically means multiple RTX 4090s, RTX A6000 cards, or high-end cloud instances with serious GPU power. The authors recommend 64GB plus VRAM for smooth operation with longer papers and higher quality video output. Hopefully, for now, we have to wait until someone drops its quantized version. Anyways, the full paper-to-video dataset is linked in the description. Google DeepMind just released something that could fundamentally change cybersecurity forever. Mender, an AI agent that automatically discovers and fixes security vulnerabilities in open-source software. The cybersecurity community is having intense debates about the implications. Exclusively cloud-based using Google's most advanced Gemini DeepThink models running on custom TPU infrastructure. There are no VRAM requirements for users since all processing happens in Google's secure data centers. This approach allows Google to maintain strict access controls and audit trails for all vulnerability research. In just 6 months of limited deployment, Mender has successfully contributed 72 verified security fixes to major open-source projects. These projects include systems with up to 4.5 million lines of code, demonstrating the system's ability to understand and improve massive, complex code bases that would take human security researchers years to audit comprehensively. The cybersecurity community is experiencing what researchers call productive anxiety. Security professionals are excited about the potential to proactively harden critical infrastructure before vulnerabilities are exploited. Open-source maintainers appreciate automated assistance with security reviews that traditionally require expensive specialized expertise. However, ethical hackers and researchers are concerned about the dual-use implications. The same technology that finds and fixes vulnerabilities could potentially be used by malicious actors to discover zero-day exploits faster than ever before. Google's response has been increased security measures and controlled rollouts. Mender employs a multi-phase approach to vulnerability discovery and remediation. Static analysis examines code patterns known to introduce security flaws, including buffer overflows, SQL injection vectors, authentication bypasses, and privilege escalation paths. Dynamic testing generates test cases that probe for runtime vulnerabilities under various input conditions. Patch generation creates multiple candidate fixes for each discovered vulnerability. Then automated testing validates that patches resolve security issues without breaking existing functionality. Self-correction capabilities allow the system to iterate on failed patches, learning from compilation errors, test failures, and logic inconsistencies. The buffer overflow fix involved Mender discovering a complex XML parsing vulnerability in a widely used library. The AI identified the specific input conditions that could trigger memory corruption, generated a patch that added proper bounce checking, and verified the fix through comprehensive test suite execution. Currently invite only for select high-profile open-source projects including major Linux distributions, popular web frameworks, and critical infrastructure libraries. Google hasn't announced a public release timeline, suggesting they're being extremely cautious about wider deployment due to the dual-use nature of this technology. If deployed broadly, Mender could dramatically reduce the vulnerability window, the time between when a security flaw exists and when it's patched. This could make the internet substantially safer by hardening critical infrastructure before attacks occur. Responsible AI discussions are linked in my description. Now we got character mixing video magic. Mimik is accomplishing something that even Sora 2 Pro struggles with. Yes, you heard that right. Seamlessly mixing different fictional characters in the same video while maintaining perfect character consistency. The creative community is absolutely mesmerized by the demo videos. Content creators and animation enthusiasts are going wild over the demonstration videos. Mimik excels at character appearance preservation, the key benchmark that separates it from other video generation models. Independent analysis shows 95% plus character consistency across different scenes and contexts, far exceeding current commercial alternatives that often struggle with character drift after a few seconds. The cross-universe storytelling capabilities enable creators to imagine scenarios impossible through traditional animation. animation. The Mr. Bean and Tom and Jerry integration doesn't just place the characters in the same frame, it maintains Mr. Bean's distinctive physical comedy style while adapting to the cartoon physics and visual language of Tom and Jerry's world. The AI understands both characters' behavioral patterns and creates believable interactions. 2D to 3D character mixing represents another breakthrough. Taking animated characters like Ice Bear from We Bare Bears and placing them in photorealistic environments while maintaining their essential visual characteristics requires sophisticated understanding of art styles, lighting adaptation, and character essence preservation. The results show Ice Bear maintaining his minimalist design philosophy while adapting to realistic lighting and physics. Character crossover applications open creative possibilities for fan content, educational videos, and experimental storytelling. Imagine historical figures interacting with fictional characters or mixing characters from different time periods and art styles in coherent narratives. Early tests show the system can handle complex scenarios like Mary Cooper hosting tea parties with animated pandas while maintaining each character's distinct personality traits. Sora 2 Pro struggles with character consistency beyond 10-15 seconds, often introducing subtle changes that break immersion. Runway Gen 3 requires careful prompting and often produces inconsistent results across generations. Pika Labs handles single character consistency reasonably well but fails completely with multi-character mixing scenarios. But here's the catch. This model is currently available as a research project only with published papers, demo videos, and technical explanations, but no public code release has been confirmed yet. The research team hasn't provided a timeline for open source release, though they're actively responding to community requests and seem open to eventual public access. While not officially specified, video generation models of this sophistication typically require 16 to 24 GB VRAM for reasonable generation speeds, with 32 GB plus recommended for optimal quality and longer sequencing. The character consistency achievements in Mimics represent a genuine breakthrough that could reshape character-driven content creation. Hopefully, the research team releases this technology for public experimentation soon. Research papers and demonstration videos are linked in my description. Next, NVIDIA Research just unveiled competitor for Nano Banana ChronoEdit, an image editing system that doesn't just modify pixels, but actually understands physics and temporal reasoning. This represents a fundamental leap beyond traditional image manipulation. Instead of traditional pixel-level editing, ChronoEdit employs temporal reasoning tokens, essentially imagining a short video sequence of how an edit should realistically unfold, then using that physics-informed understanding to create the final static image. This ensures that edits maintain physical plausibility, proper lighting consistency, and believable object interactions. AI researchers are calling this groundbreaking for physical AI training and synthetic data generation. The robotics community is particularly excited about applications for training autonomous systems in realistic but controlled environments. Robotics training applications include generating realistic scenarios of robotic arms picking up various objects. Instead of simple object placement, ChronoEdit understands how different materials behave, how shadows change during manipulation, and how robotic grippers would realistically interact with different object textures and shapes. This creates training data that better prepares robots for real-world manipulation tasks. Autonomous driving simulation benefits from ChronoEdit's ability to create synthetic scenarios where vehicles turn, accelerate, brake, or navigate obstacles with physically accurate behavior. Traditional image generation might place a car in an impossible position, or with inconsistent motion blur. ChronoEdit ensures that every generated scenario could realistically occur, improving the quality of training data for self-driving systems. Hollywood VFX studios are expressing interest in ChronoEdit for automatic physical consistency checking in visual effects workflows. Instead of manually ensuring that CGI elements follow physics laws, ChronoEdit could automatically verify and correct unrealistic elements while maintaining artistic vision. Game development applications include generating realistic asset variations, taking a base 3D model and creating multiple versions that show how the object would realistically appear under different lighting conditions, weather effects, or interaction states. It could revolutionize how we train AI systems for the physical world. But on its page it says coming soon. According to NVIDIA's official GitHub repository, though no specific timeline has been announced. NVIDIA Research typically releases code 2-6 months after paper publication, suggesting we might see public access by early 2026. Subscribe and turn the notification on so that you'll be notified through my channel once they launch. Anyways, I have given the link in the description. Next, we have Ling 1T, Alibaba's trillion parameter monster. Alibaba just dropped an absolute bombshell. Ling 1T, a 1 trillion parameter model that's not only completely open source, but actually outperforming GPT-5 and Gemini 2.5 Pro on key benchmarks. The open source AI community is calling this the most significant release of 2025, available right now on Hugging Face with full commercial usage rights. Alibaba is providing the complete model weights, training code, evaluation datasets, and detailed technical documentation. This represents a massive investment in open source AI that challenges the closed source dominance of OpenAI and Google. The performance numbers are genuinely shocking and have been independently verified by multiple research institutions. Mathematics and reasoning tasks show Ling 1T beating DeepSeek 3.1, Claude Sonnet, GPT-5, and Gemini 2.5 Pro across standardized test suites. Arc AGI performance is particularly impressive, demonstrating superior ability to learn new patterns from minimal data, a key indicator of general intelligence. Coding capabilities exceed all current open source competitors and match or beat leading closed source models on HumanEval, MBPP, and code contest benchmarks. Efficiency metrics show higher performance per computational token used compared to other large models, suggesting superior training methodology rather than just raw scale. GPT-5 Pro costs an extraordinary $120 per million tokens, making it prohibitively expensive for most applications. Gemini 2.5 Pro requires expensive cloud API usage with per-token billing. Ling 1T is completely free to download and run locally, representing potential savings of thousands of dollars monthly for organizations doing serious AI work. For more details, check the link in the description. xAI just updated Grock Imagine to version 0.9 with native audio-video generation capabilities. And the best part? It's completely free, with no usage limits. The creator community is buzzing about finally having a no-cost option for video content. Complete free access available right now through the Grock mobile app as well as website with no subscription requirements, usage limits. This represents xAI's aggressive strategy to build market share through accessibility. Entirely cloud-based with no local VRAM or processing power needed. Works perfectly on smartphones, tablets, basic laptops, or any device with web browser access. Independent comparisons show 60-70% of commercial quality, with particular strengths in character consistency and audio synchronization. The creative community is using Grock Imagine for rapid prototyping, concept development, and social media content where perfect quality isn't essential, but speed and cost-effectiveness matter. The platform offers 3 distinct generation modes tailored to different use cases. Normal mode provides standard content generation with balanced quality and safety filters. Spicy mode reduces censorship for mature content creation used responsibly and follow platform guidelines. Custom mode enables advanced prompting techniques and parameter adjustment for users who want more creative control. Action sequence generation works surprisingly well for dynamic content. Prompting kung fu masters fighting on a rooftop at sunset produces energetic combat sequences with appropriate martial arts choreography, dramatic lighting, and surprisingly coherent action flows. The generated audio includes believable environmental sounds, impact effects, and atmospheric music. Character-driven content shows impressive consistency. Upload reference images or detailed character descriptions, then generate scenarios like Will Smith eating spaghetti in an Italian restaurant. Grock Imagine maintains facial features, expressions, and mannerisms while creating believable dialogue, audio, and environmental sounds that match the scene context. Comparing free options to premium alternatives reveals Grock Imagine's strategic positioning. Sora 2 Pro cost $10 with 5 seconds of generated video. Veo 3.1 ranges from $15.40 per second, and Runway Gen 3 charges 28 cents plus per second. For creators producing 10 to 20 videos monthly, premium services cost 100 and 300 plus per month. Grock Imagine's unlimited free access eliminates cost barriers for experimentation. xAI's decision to offer free video generation likely aims to gather user data, demonstrate capabilities, and build market presence before introducing premium tiers. Early adopters benefit from unrestricted access while the platform establishes its user base and refines its technology. Try Grock Imagine yourself and join the free video generation revolution. Links are in my description. Our final topic might be the most shocking of all. Samsung's research team just published results for a tiny recursive model with only 7 million parameters that's consistently beating 671 billion parameter models on advanced reasoning tasks. This could fundamentally change how we think about AI efficiency. This model could literally run on 1 VRAM smoothly on budget smartphones, basic laptops, or even embedded systems. The computational requirements are so minimal that real-time inference is possible on devices that struggle to run basic language models. We can see revolutionary benchmark performance. The results are genuinely mind-bending and have been independently verified by multiple research institutions. Arc AGI benchmarks show this tiny model outperforming DeepSeek R1, GPT-5 Mini, and Gemini 2.5 Pro on abstract reasoning tasks that typically require massive computational resources. Parameter efficiency metrics reveal the model achieves comparable performance to competitors while being over 10,000x smaller. Pattern recognition tasks demonstrate superior ability to identify complex logical rules from minimal examples. Multi-step reasoning benchmarks show performance that rivals models requiring data center infrastructure. The recursive processing architecture represents a fundamentally different approach to AI reasoning. Instead of relying on massive parameter counts, the tiny model processes information through multiple iterative cycles, building up complex understanding through repeated analysis of the same input data. Architectural innovation includes dynamic depth adjustment, where the model automatically determines how many processing cycles are needed for different problems. As Samsung is well known for mobiles, they are focusing on mobile AI deployment. This could enable sophisticated reasoning capabilities on smartphones without cloud connectivity. Imagine having ChatGPT level reasoning running entirely on your phone with zero latency and complete privacy protection. This tiny model achieving giant level performance represents one of the most significant efficiency breakthroughs in AI research, but currently available as a detailed research paper with comprehensive methodology, benchmark results, and architectural explanations. Code release is pending, but Samsung researchers have indicated they are preparing public implementation following the significant community interest and media attention. You can research more about it, links are in my description. If this comprehensive deep dive helped you stay ahead of the AI revolution, smash that subscribe button, because next week's video is going to be even more incredible. We're covering GPT-5's full public release, new video models from Meta and Anthropic. The AI hardware wars intensifying, and several stealth startups emerging from stealth mode with groundbreaking capabilities. Share this video with anyone curious about AI. They absolutely need to see what's coming and how these tools are already changing creative industries, business operations, and research methodologies. I'm your host at AI Daily, where we keep you at the cutting edge of the AI revolution. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.